Hi guys, this is the official launch of DWS, or as we like to call it, Diamond Wedding Services. Thank you guys for taking the time to come in from your busy evening and spend this time with us. We want you guys to know, first of all, right out of the gate, that we are here for you. So we invite you to, in the comment or chat box, I believe it's off to the right, is that right?
Correct. Yep.
On the feed that you're looking at, go ahead and type in any comments and questions, any concerns that you have, because again, we want to make sure that we're available to help you guys out in any way that we can. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mike Federer from Photography Portraits, now a division of Diamond Wedding Service, to give you guys, Diamond Wedding Services, sorry, to give you guys a little idea of what this is all about. Kelly and I, for the past year, basically, have come up with this idea to provide you guys with something very convenient. Instead of, planning a wedding is stressful enough, so we decided that we wanted to try to position ourselves with the very best that we possibly could in vendors for you, so that it makes it nice and convenient to stop in here one time, a one-stop shop, if you will, here within our studio and offices at the Alpine Office Center in Bettendorf. So between myself, again, Mike Federer from Photography Portraits, I'm going to introduce my companions here. This is Paul Martinez, otherwise known as El Guapo.
El Guapo.
For those of you that don't know Spanish, that means, Mr. Good Looking, so to speak. But I think we all know who the best looking one is here. Yeah, it's still him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still.
On the other side of me, Kelly Clemmy from Twisted Mike. So I like to call him Big Country, because there's not a day that goes by where I don't hear the clanking of cowboy boots coming across the floor in the studio here when he does show up. So at any rate, again, we wanted to take a little bit of time here just to invite you guys to leave those comments. We want to help you at all, if at all possible here. We're very excited for this day. This has been a long, long time coming. Kelly and I have known each other for 7 years, I would guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. My oldest son is 6 years old, and we moved in shortly before his birth. But it used to be that I didn't like Kelly at all because he was in the garage next door when the baby was trying to sleep, and Kelly's blasting out, DJ music all from the garage. So, we've turned into this bromance. It's actually okay now. Paul and I actually met very recently, maybe over the summer, 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. We were both doing a wedding, and we both just kind of stopped, and once we realized who each other was, we actually commented on each other's work, and I knew at that point, after watching him work that day and how well he worked together with us, that it was meant to be, and I was going to try to do everything I could to get him in the same roof, under the same roof here. So.
You mean that?
I almost cried talking about it.
Oh, me too.
So how you feeling?
I feel good. I feel really good. I'm excited to be here. I love that what we're doing here. I mean, it's truly remarkable to have a group of elite professionals in this area come together and do something like this. Doesn't it? It does so much for everybody out there getting married. It makes things so much easier, and as you guys will see moving forward, it does make things a lot easier when you have a group like us that are all here in the same place.
Yeah, so guys, again, just to elaborate, you can come in here and not only find us between the photography, the videography, and the music entertainment, but we also have, if you're not already aware, we also have availability or contact information for things such as flowers, for hair and makeup, for invitations, for whatever it may be for your wedding day. We've got a bridal boutique just north of us here, or actually just south of us, a couple of blocks away. So, we literally want to help you out as much as we can here. Another service we provide is a photo booth, for instance. Literally anything you can think of. If we don't have it here within these walls, we have direct contacts with people that can help us with that or help you with that. So, Kelly, why don't you elaborate a little bit about your approach, if you will?
Yeah, so as Mike said, I'm Kelly. I own a DJ business, Twisted Mike's Music Entertainment. Do about 180 weddings plus a year. Definitely focus mainly on our weddings. We do a lot of other events as well, as far as Bix Fest and QC Marathon, a lot of other events like that, the high school dances. But we're really here. I feel like we're a little bit more than just a DJ company. We definitely elaborate on wedding planning as well. A lot of brides come to us not knowing exactly what they are looking for really in music, and obviously a lot of them is first time marriage, so they don't know exactly how a wedding reception should go. That's the nice thing about us three professionals coming together, and we really make it. We really simplify that process, especially having everybody under one roof. And it really simplifies everything. So.
Okay. Let's pan on over to Paul here for a second. I'll let Paul elaborate a little bit about his business here. Kind of give you guys a little idea about his experience and things that he does.
I'm Paul. I'm with Mind Print Productions. We started in the film industry roughly 10 years ago. It started growing relatively exponential, and then we got educated by Full Sail University. And like I said in our last broadcast, this is arguably one of the best film schools in the nation. And they thrusted us forward. Now we do broadcast work for Comcast Sports Network, Root TV, Tough TV. We do a lot of commercials for Coffee Hound, Vandergast Law. We've done a lot of work at the Field of Dreams. And weddings is something that we started to get into about 5 years ago. And it really has opened up a whole new avenue for us. It's a lot more fun. It's more engaging. You can build relationships with your clients rather than just streamline a lot of stuff. So we're not necessarily new to the wedding game, but we're coming in pretty strong.
Yeah, and speaking of weddings, guys, we want you to know that, between the three of us, it's taken a lot of time for Kelly and I to find the right fit for the third person to be in here. And we feel we found that with Paul primarily for the things that he's just mentioned. You are not a paycheck to us. We take the time, like Kelly had mentioned briefly, we are going to sit down with you and go through your timeline with you. We want to hear your ideas. For me personally as a photographer, I'm not what you would call the Pinterest photographer. I want to concentrate on the moments of your day. My goal for you is to be able to look back at your album 20 years from now and remember what you were feeling at that moment. I'm a pretty emotional guy, as Kelly likes to post out there on Facebook and in public as much as possible.
He's a crybaby. He's a crybaby.
I do cry at weddings.
Let's not beat around the bush there.
But in order for me to capture those emotions from you, I have to position myself in that room with you. So when you see my work and you see the tears that are photographed, you have to remember that there's a third person in there, and that's me, and I'm usually crying like a baby.
He owns stock and Kleenex. Let's just say that, all right?
He owns stock and Kleenex.
Kleenex loves me. Yeah. So guys, real quick here, I have to mention that none of this would be possible if it was not for... I could not be more honored. We could not be more honored to be able to put on our very first broadcast of this type and already have a sponsor in place. Logo Pro is someone who's really come forward, and we've just talked about this today, as a matter of fact, and they had no hesitation to help us out. The swag that you guys are seeing us wearing right now has been provided by them. They are also doing some other things behind the scenes for us as far as the production and everything here goes. And I think maybe, we'll probably, toward the end of the broadcast, we're going to have several giveaways. But I think we're actually going to give away a couple of these pullovers as well. They're beautiful. That we love them. So we want to make sure that you guys right now start typing in that chat box. If you are from the Metro Quad Cities and able to get in here, we need you to start typing, first of all, your name. And we want you to type in there so that we can more easily pick you out later. Next to your name, type in, quote-unquote, DWS giveaway, so that we can find you. And what we're going to do toward the end of the broadcast is we're actually going to throw your names into a hat, and we're going to draw for 3 separate prizes.
4 separate prizes.
4 separate prizes?
Got the...
Oh, yeah. We got... actually, we're going to have 2 jackets.
Yep.
So it'll be 5 prizes altogether.
Yep.
5 individual pieces. So start typing in your name, and next to your name, DWS giveaway, so we can call you out.
Can we get in the drawing?
Can we get in the drawing?
Yeah.
If we can fit in that bucket, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do it. I don't know if I can fit in that little bucket
I
there.
doubt it. You can.
So hopefully we're getting some comments coming across. Randy, are we getting anybody coming across yet?
We got 1 person into the drawing so far.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Excellent. Keep them coming. I don't want to give everything to one person. That's not why you're here. How many viewers do we have on, Randy?
How many people we have watching right now?
We've got 17 watching now.
17 is a great start. Beautiful.
Wow.
You guys,
Good.
every one of you.
Also,
for
if you
coming
guys have any questions, you
We're
guys
up to
can
19.
text me your questions. I think Randy will put my phone number up there for you. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys are texting or even messaging the message board there. We can get those questions answered for you. Any questions regarding music, photography, videography, wedding planning in general, A lot of brides come to us, like I said, not really knowing what they're expecting from their wedding day. We kind of help them visualize and kind of put those dreams in place. So if you guys have any questions, regarding planning, anything like that, let us know, and we're here to answer all those questions for you. So.
Yep. Paul, anything you want to interject with at the moment before I move on to the next point here?
Not too much. I do want to emphasize, we are here to answer as many questions as you guys have. What to expect, a lot of things to look forward on your wedding day. If there's anything that we can do to help you guys relieve that stress of this day. Oh, it looks like we have a question
coming in. They wanted,
Excellent.
They'd like to know if you guys would offer a group discount for using all 3 services.
Why don't you run with that one, Mike?
That is a very good question, and actually that kind of brings me to my next point. I'm just, again, referring to the iPad here, but the next point was going to be that, first of all, we want to talk a little bit about the Bridal Expo coming up on January 30th, downtown Davenport at the River Center. We want to let you guys know that we will be there. We will not be hard to find once you get in the right building. We will be in the Mississippi Hall that is on the north side of the street of the River Center. I've been to plenty or a lot of these expos, and what I've found is some people didn't even realize there was another building across the street to go to. So we want to make sure that you guys are aware of that we'll be in the north building in the Mississippi Hall. Aside from that, we will be offering some discounts at the expo, and that will basically entail, I think we've decided that if you use 2 or more of our services, now keep in mind this is depending on availability. We name, the photographer, DJ may not be available on the very same date, so it's going to depend on that. But if you use 2 or more of our services here, each of us as providers is going to offer you a $100 discount from each of those services. So if you book all 3 of us, you're going to save $300 at that very point. Another thing that we are going to do is we are going to start honoring that discount right now.
Yep.
So right now, until the Bridal Expo, we are going to honor that discount. So if you guys feel comfortable enough with us, if you go through and do the research, visit our websites, and you're comfortable and you've talked to other people, word of mouth is a big thing for all of us. We really don't spend a lot of money on advertisements. For me personally, I am already booked as of today for 26 weddings in 2016, and I know that we're going to book out come the expo, so it would not hurt if in fact you're even interested in coming in and talking with us, to come in and visit the studio, visit us here at the office, and try to book it. The biggest thing is we don't even really have to decide on your package, but to get your deposit down and book the date. So does that answer the question?
Yep.
So we are going to start honoring that discount as of this very moment. So don't hesitate to call us with the information that you'll see on the screen. Email us. You can text Kelly at the number. I think Randy can put that up on the screen if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe that's on his graphic. His number's on his graphic.
Okay.
On the Twisted Mics one, right?
Yep. So we want to make sure that answers your question. If you need us to elaborate, please just come back in and type that in for us.
Feedback loop from you guys.
What's that?
We're getting a feedback loop from you guys on the mic.
No, that's just because you're hearing both feeds.
Okay.
You won't get it on the webpage.
But yeah, make sure you guys stop into the bridal expo. Come into our booth. We're gonna have actually a live photo booth there. Part of our services we offer as well. So come in, get some interaction. Just come in, take your photo, with your friends or your, whoever you come there with. And it's going to be great. We're going to offer, I have some special pricing that we're going to be offering at the JC's Bridal Expo as well. Along with, we are going to be giving away a free wedding DJ. So make sure you come in and check that out, get signed up for that. I'm going to be posting details about that right here after this broadcast. So make sure you check out our Facebook page, Twisted Mics Music Entertainment. While you're there, give us a like. Also, make sure you like Mind Print Productions and also like Photography Portraits Facebook page as well. We also just started a DWS, Diamond Wedding Services Facebook page. It is live today. So make sure you go there, check that out. Give us a like there as well. Follow us on Twitter. Just make sure you're following us. All 3 of us are going to be giving away a lot of different specials and stuff like that for the JC's Bridal Expo. As you see there on our screen now, you'll see my phone number. My cell phone number is there. So if you have any questions, you guys can text that number there. We have the phone's here, so we can answer your questions right away. So.
Okay, so we want to again, we want to make sure that you guys understand that, why would you book all three of us? I guess is a great question as well.
Why?
Why would you book any number of us or a combination of us?
I think the biggest thing that really, to answer your question, is the fact that we've all worked with each other, and we've all worked with each other many times.
Yes.
Although, DWS is new, we've all been there, we've done it a lot. I know exactly where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how you're going to shoot, and I know that I can get out of your shot and compliment you. I know your hand signals now. Move out, come in, go ahead, your turn. And then with Kelly, we know when he's going to say something, and he compliments us and says, hey, I'm getting ready to do the garter toss. Why don't you guys go ahead and get your shot, get ready, or you got 30 seconds to the dance. When you work with new people that have never been in, done this together, so they just, they isolate themselves and they do exactly what they've been doing their entire time. They don't have that chemistry built with, sister companies like us. So, in my perspective, the biggest thing is the fact of we have that good communication. Mm-hmm. I know what you're doing before you do it, and likewise.
Yeah, the chemistry is definitely there. Paul has already shot a couple of weddings with me, and it's just, I know that the talent is there, the communication is there, like he said. I know, on the other hand, that Kelly is not going to introduce the cake cutting until Carol and I are ready. There would be nothing more that would upset me if I miss a photo opportunity because the DJ is trying to jump the gun and announces something before, the photographers are actually in place and ready to go. So that is one of the biggest things. Aside from that, in the timeline reviews it's customary for us to meet with you a week before the wedding, generally on the Monday before. We wait for that particular day, the week of, because we know by that point everything should be in place. Everything should be concreted in, written in stone, so to speak. So we actually sit down together. If in fact you booked the both of us or all three of us, we would all be here in a meeting so that we're all on the same page. We're going to ask you for things like a VIP list. Some things that you may forget or haven't thought of at this point. A VIP list is very simply this. During the formal photographs, we want to make sure that we don't miss anything for you. So if you've got friends, family in from out of town, we want to make sure that they're photographed because they're important to you, obviously. This comes from experience not only shooting weddings, as a photographer myself, but our own wedding, my wife and I. She has a couple of sisters, and they have pictures of their mom and dad. She has two other sisters. Her parents actually have photographs of the other two sisters by themselves at the altar. Well, guess what we forgot during our wedding day? We forgot to get that. So luckily enough, the photographer that we had for our wedding was able to extract my wife from an outdoor scene, but it didn't match the others at the altar. They were all at the same church. It was really kind of cool, but again, we'd forgotten to do that. So, just from that experience, we try to incorporate that back in to make sure that we're not forgetting anything for you. Everything is done on a timeline. It's typed out. Everything is printed out. I actually refer to that particular timeline during the wedding itself. I confer with the other guys. We make sure we're all on the same page, and that's the biggest advantage that we can give to you as far as I'm concerned. It's just to make sure that everything flows together. The communication lines are open. We actually have two-way radio communication between the three of us. So even if we're at different parts of the venue, we can still communicate with one another to make sure that we're all on the same page.
We have a viewer. She wants to know if she already has two of you booked, is she still able to get the discount?
Who is it? That's going to depend on who it is.
Yeah.
Nicole Reed.
Nikki Reed? What do you think?
Yeah, I think, why not?
Yeah.
Absolutely, why not? If we appreciate the people that we've worked for and that we're going to work for just as much as the new guest or, customers that we're going to get. So, I don't see a problem with it.
No, there's absolutely no problem with that because not only is Nikki, awesome in herself, but it's actually a referral from a previous wedding that I've done. Her husband-to-be, I actually photographed his sister's wedding last year, so absolutely. We're loyal to you if you're loyal to us, so absolutely.
Squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Squeak away. That's how Paul got here.
Yeah, I just kept squeaking. Take me in. Take me in.
He kept whining, and finally I gave in.
Yeah.
We gave in. Sorry, Goose.
So make sure you guys are sending your questions. My logo will be popping up there again. My cell phone number is directly on my logo, so make sure you guys are sending your questions if you guys have any questions for us regarding photography, videography, or DJ service. Wedding planning in general, anything you guys want us to touch base on, we're here to answer all of your questions. To kind of elaborate a little bit on the the flow on your wedding day. All my DJs, I train all of them to make sure they are in good contact with everybody: the photographer, videographer, the venue, the catering, simple things like that. We don't want to release dinner until you guys are ready, until the catering is ready. Make sure they have hot food ready for you guys. I've been to other weddings before where people have been released, and there was no food to be served. So stuff like that. People get up and then they have to sit back down. That's not a good thing. We really elaborate on that. That's one of the really extensive parts of our training that we go through. Is we want to make sure that they are in contact, mainly with the photographer. That's really important because we want to make sure the photographer is in the venue ready. Sometimes they have lighting to set up, especially these guys here. Where they have lighting and stuff like that to set up prior to the first dance. And different events like that. Their first dance lighting might be different than their bouquet toss lighting, stuff like that. So they might need some time in between there. That's where the DJ comes into place. We think a lot on our feet, as well as all of us do, where we want to make sure we have filler music and stuff like that ready for them, if they need so. We're very tight on our communication skills. We have itineraries planned out to make sure that we're all on the same page. And it should be relaxing for you guys as a couple, to sit there and you guys don't have to worry about, time. Well, we have first dance has to be at 8 o'clock. We want to make sure that, we're going to remind you of what time our first dance was planned, stuff like that. So.
Okay. So aside from that, again, we just want to take a quick moment to reset here in case you guys are just tuning in. My name is Mike Federer, and I want to welcome each and every one of you into this broadcast tonight. This is our very first broadcast of this type. Obviously this is live. Anything can happen. So, if we do make a mistake here and there, please excuse us. That'll only get better. But we're going to continue to do these. Mm-hmm. And again, just to reiterate, Mike Federer from Photography Portraits here in Davenport, Iowa. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been in love with photography since I was 8 years old. I bought my first SLR camera at age 12 from one of my uncles who was also a professional wedding photographer. So again, Kelly Clemmy to my left, he is Twisted Mike's Music Entertainment. He's been doing this for about
6 years now.
About 6 years?
Yeah, right out of high school I started this.
So I averaged between 30 and 40 weddings per year. For 2015, Carol and I did exactly 30 weddings. This year we're on pace to do between 35 and 40 probably, much to Carol's chagrin, I'm sure.
If viewers are taking an interest in your prices and packages, if you could give them a ballpark range for the 3 services.
Okay, ballpark range for the pricing. Sure, go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah, so all my packages and pricing are actually located right on my website. I have nothing, there that that's gonna distort you guys. You guys can go right on my website, see the packages, everything that is included in those packages. There's some add-ons as well. So if you scroll down the page a little bit further, you're gonna see things you can add on as far as ceremony, extra hours, extra uplighting, stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions, as far as that goes, you can always just give me a call directly. And we can set up an appointment. We kind of elaborate a little bit more in detail in person on what those packages include. But all the packages are what you see is what you get there. So, we
and the website is?
Yep. So yeah, you can go on the website, www.twistedmics.com. If you go to our Facebook page, there's links there as well, so you can just follow right along. So.
Nice. Another thing regarding the pricing, for me personally, my pricing is not yet on the website, on my personal website. What I do want to let you know is, as we've mentioned, the Facebook page is live as of right now. The Twitter page is live as of right now. What is not live just yet, probably Friday, we will do the official release of the Diamond Wedding Services website itself. From there, we will have links out to our pricing pages on our website. I can tell you that for me personally, in the 10 years experience that I've had, instead of doing a package that has this, that, the other thing, and 5 other things, it becomes really confusing. So what we've done is we've kind of narrowed that down to 6, 7, or 8 hour packages to start with. And everything else we kind of go over in an in-person meeting here to see exactly what you want so that we can tailor that particular quote or that particular package to your liking. Packages for us start at $21.95, and they go up from there, obviously, depending on what a la carte items you want. And again, that's for a 6-hour package. They go up from there depending on which package you like and which add-ons that you add on. So again, that's kind of where they start. But just to give you an idea, keep an eye out for the website release on Friday. And Paul, I'll let you talk about yours.
Sure. All of our pricing and everything can be found on mindprintproductions.com. But I will say, when I first started this, I wanted to make stellar wedding video at an affordable rate. With that being said, I have combed the Quad Cities and I've looked at a lot of people that do exactly what we do, and I created our pricing packages under that tier. So our goal is to actually give you superior wedding video at an affordable rate. With that being said, our packages start out at around $1,000 and they go upwards of $3,000, and there's a bunch of add-ons. And one thing I like to tell everybody, those are just like they're little stepping stones just to start. If we can negotiate things, if there's certain things inside those particular packages that you want to remove or add, by all means, we'll take care of you.
Yeah, and I want to, I think Paul's being a little humble here. If you guys, if you saw the opening here, the animations that you've seen and are going to see on the closing here as well are created by Paul. Paul has done work for Comcast Sports Network. He does a lot of the local MMA fights here. He's big time, and I think he's kind of afraid to say that, but there's a reason he's here. Kelly and I consider ourselves premier. We consider ourselves, at the top of our game at the moment, and we wanted to bring somebody in here that we felt was in the same arena, so to speak. So that's a big reason why Paul is here. Again, guys, really quickly, make sure that you're sending in your questions. Send in your names. Again, type in your name, type in DWS giveaway so that we can single you out and get you into the drawing. We've got a bowl over here that's actually filling up pretty readily here, so we want to make sure that you get in. We are going to give away, actually, I guess we can talk about what we're giving away again here. For me personally, I am going to be giving away a 1-hour bridal session. Now, what that bridal session is, it is a 1-hour private photo session with you, the bride, with your wedding dress in a formal, professional portrait and photography session here in the studio. We've had a lot of brides take advantage of it, and they've actually loved it. And I'll tell you why. For one reason is, not only are you going to receive beautiful pictures in studio, but the other thing it's going to allow you to do, if you think about it, you're going to be able to do a trial run in that dress, as well as in your shoes, to make sure everything is fitting correctly, to make sure that your shoes are comfortable. It's basically literally a trial run for you. So that normally is priced at about $350, Carol, is that right? So normally that's the $350 add-on or a la carte item that you would add to your package. But I am giving that away here shortly toward the end of the broadcast. So I want to make sure that you guys get your names in. Next to it, type in DWS giveaway so we can single you out and get you into that bowl that we're going to draw from. So
I've got another question here.
Yes.
Brianna Washburn would like you guys to recommend some venues, or she's asking what are some of your favorite venues to do weddings in.
Okay.
Some of our favorite venues.
Well, that's a good question.
Yeah. So out of our experience, like I mentioned before, we do about 180 weddings a year. So we see a lot of the venues multiple times over a year. Some of my favorite venues, I would definitely say would be Watchtower Lodge. One of my favorite venues. I love the...
Sure, pick the one that's the darkest inside the reception venue.
Yeah, don't make it easy.
I appreciate it.
All right. That's what you got lighting for.
But you don't have to worry about that. If you've got the right photographer who knows what they are doing, male or female, I'm not going to say he, and it's not even me, but if you know that photographer can handle it. I've talked with clients before about the Watchtower Lodge, and they tell me right up front when I'm meeting with the bride, hey, I know that we're getting married at the Watchtower Lodge. I already know that my reception photos aren't going to be that good. What? You're dealing with the wrong photographer then.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
So,
Without a doubt.
go to my website. You'll find some that are from the Watchtower Lodge. There may be people watching right now that got married or had their reception at the Watchtower Lodge or both. you guys can elaborate, to make everybody else feel comfortable if you want to, if you're actually watching this now. And we would appreciate that. If you've already, worked with us as a trio or as, any one of us singularly, please type in some comments. Make everybody else feel comfortable. Tell them about your experiences. While we're on that subject, I want to let you know that both Kelly and I recently, on the same day, received the Couples Choice Awards from Wedding Wire, which is a huge honor.
Yeah.
So, we are very thankful to all of those couples, our existing clients, that have taken the time to do those reviews and actually give us those high marks.
That is a huge honor, yeah. It's the top 5% of wedding professionals in the United States. So, I mean, that just kind of shows you, how well, Mike and I work together, and we work, well separate from each other as well. So you don't need to go with both of us or all three of us, but, book us individually, because sometimes, we're not available on the same day. So it might not always work out where we are available to all three partake in events. Quite often, with my schedule, I have staffing, so we can do multiple events in a day. Where Mike and Paul, they're limited on their availability because they are such a high demand, and we're they're only one person, and even though they have assistants, Carol, it's just giving me bad looks over there. Although they do have assistants, but they can still only do one wedding a day, as where we can do several. So, but yeah, it's great, and it's it's I don't know, it's just a great feeling that people love us that much, where they take the time out of their day, after we've already performed their services. They've already paid us, everything's already said and done. They don't need to go on there and write reviews, especially good ones. I mean, most people like to write bad reviews. They love writing bad reviews, but and that's the thing. You can go on there, you can read all of our reviews. Wedding Wire is one of those companies where they will not hide any of your reviews. They will show everything. You cannot go on there and delete it as a wedding professional. So you can go on there and see everything we have, and they're all 5-star reviews. They're all absolutely perfect. So and
I don't think either one of us have anything less than 5 out of 5, do we?
No, nope.
Okay.
It's wonderful. Facebook has the same feature as
Thank
well. So you can definitely go on and check that out. And I have a link from my Facebook page, Twisted Mike's Music Entertainment, over to Wedding Wire, so you can actually see the reviews right there. So you don't need to go and type into weddingwire.com. You can just follow everything right from our Facebook page. We try to make it really easy. That's what we're all about here in our studio. Making everything simple. Weddings are difficult. So
speaking of easy, Nicole Larson would like to know if there's a particular order of events that happen during these weddings that make it easier for you.
Nicole Larson, yes, we just booked her. She came in, booked our services, went right next door, booked Mike here, and I think she was she looking at my imprint as well?
Yeah, we've had our box is full, but I think if I'm correct, I think that we were actually booked on that date.
Yep.
I think so. I'm not quite sure though.
Okay, can you repeat the question for us, Randy?
Please.
She would like to know if there's a particular order of events during the weddings that make it easier for you guys. What works best for you? Do you do cake cutting before dinner, toast, or toast before dinner, or etc.?
I think we've found that it varies lately, but I think that we're finding more and more that the cake cutting does pretty much come in right after the grand entrance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that there's no time, being taken later.
One thing, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say one more thing here that seems to be gaining more momentum here is the actual first look. First look, if you're not familiar, traditionally the bride and groom would not see each other before the ceremony, but a lot of couples nowadays are choosing to see one another, and we actually, as photographers, Carol and I will actually set that up for you to make sure that we can capture those emotions. It's a very emotional time.
This is where he starts crying.
Get the Kleenex.
This is, and again, this is something that you guys can think about. You guys as a couple can think about. Do you want to have it public? In other words, do you want the entire bridal party there, your parents there, or do you want it to just be the two of you, so you're not afraid to let those emotions show? So, along that being said, if in fact we do that before the wedding, we usually schedule that a couple hours prior to the ceremony. So as far as ease and getting things done, it allows us to, once again, since you've already seen each other, it allows us to do some of the formal photographs at the church, let's say, wherever the ceremony, or wherever the venue is, wherever the ceremony is going to be held. We can get those formal photographs out of the way. If nothing else, at least the bridal party, and then after the ceremony, immediately following that, we can come in with the family photos, the extended family, anything else that you might like at that time. So it's a big time saver, because we all know, I can tell you honestly, formal photographs are not my favorite time of the day, but anything that we can do to facilitate that and get it done quicker, because as you guys already know, if you've been to a wedding, you've been in a wedding, you know that the first thing that you want to do right after the ceremony is get on that party bus or get in the limo and go hit a park or go hit a tavern or a bar somewhere and start to have fun. So sometimes it can be difficult to kind of regroup everyone. So by doing that first look, and again, I'm not trying to sell you one way or the other, it's entirely up to you. We're just talking about some advantages of a first look in particular.
Getting back to that question, I think, this is my perspective. You guys can chime in as well.
Sure.
With the amount of weddings that we have all done, we have had every curveball known to man. I mean, I could literally tell you stories of we're doing, something that should be always done at the end, all the way at the beginning. And one thing I think we all do very well, we just roll with the punches. So building on that question, there's really no easy way, I think, in chronological order to do your events. But rest assured, no matter which way you do it, I think we've all been there and know that we'll be pretty prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. And that brings me to another point, too. Why book with us? For me personally, aside from doing this for 10 years, because of those 10 years, I know that things can happen. Things can happen that you will never know about as the bride and groom, things behind the scenes. I've dropped a camera off of my holster as the procession is coming down the aisle. Literally, I look over, I hear a thunk, and I look down, and I see my $3,500 camera sitting on the floor.
Did you cry then, too?
I did cry. but I just, because we're prepared, I have 2 cameras strapped to my person the entire day for the most part. I reach for the other camera. I still get the procession coming down. So in other words, what I'm trying to convey is we have backups for backups. The other thing to think about is we are insured. All of us individually and as a group, we are insured. So heaven forbid a light stand falls over on Grandma's head or something like that, and she has to go to the hospital for stitches. Yeah, I hate to she's usually the one that's in the way.
That was the worst way you could go.
Well, I'm trying to play worst case scenario there.
Try a middle case scenario.
Okay, so it falls on Aunt Joni's head.
Perfect.
All right.
Like Aunt
she
Joni
needs to go to
we don't even care.
Either way, we can take care of it.
So she needs to go to the hospital. She needs stitches. We've got a bad day if, in fact, I'm not insured or we're not insured. So, we're all professionally involved as well. I am a member of PPA, which is one of the most prestigious, companies or agencies in the world as far as professional photographers go. I'm a member of that. I'm insured through them. So everything like that, that comes into play to know that you guys can be relaxed throughout the entire day. If something goes wrong, you will never know about it. We're going to be able to back that up and take care of you no matter what. Aside from the 2 cameras I carry, Carol is carrying a 3rd. So not only do we have 3 perspectives, but we have insurance on top of insurance as far as backup goes.
Yep.
Even your insurance is insured?
My insurance is insured.
That's a good thing to mention with us, too. We also have backup equipment on hand at all times. So sometimes we party a little too hard. Not very often. My DJs are pretty intelligent on their levels of volume, but sometimes if we get a little too loud, and it happens, the speakers blow. We have backup speakers in the van at all times, so we make sure, we're not gonna say, hey, we just blew a speaker, we're out, we're done for the night. We have, that insurance the night of your wedding as well. So, on top of our insurance policies as well, our legal stuff, but and a lot of DJ companies, or DJs I should say, in the area may not have that because they might be doing this on the side. That's the nice thing about hiring us as well, is we're all committed. We're full time in this business. So anytime you have a question or anything like that, so you just let us know and we're there to answer you. So.
Yeah, and I think Big Country here has hit on a point that we are not. We are very professional in what we do, but we're not stuffed shirts.
Yes.
You know, I
Yes,
could show you
yes,
photographs of me out on the dance floor when I probably shouldn't have been. You know,
yeah.
just having a great time.
Never should have.
But we
Should never share those photos.
But we actually develop relationships with you. As a matter of fact, you know, we're going out to Chicago this weekend to visit with some folks. Jessica, if you're watching, happy birthday to you. We will
Yes,
see
it's
you
your
this
birthday
weekend.
today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy
Birthday
birthday,
today.
Jessica.
Happy birthday, Jessica.
Yeah, so Jessica and Chris were actually, you know, we've met them, and that whole thing was kind of off the wall anyway because they live out of town.
Yeah.
Chris contacted me through email, if I remember correctly, and we've literally built a relationship, a long-distance relationship, and things just kind of mesh for us. You know, it's a beautiful thing when that happens. So now we've got lifelong friends, and we're traveling to Chicago. They've already come here, you know, driven that 3 hours back to the Bettendorf area, or to the Quad Cities, in order to see us and review their photos and things like that. So we're not going to be stuffed shirts at your wedding. We're going to be involved with you. We're going to be with you every step of the way. We're going to have fun with you. We're going to laugh. On the other hand, you're not going to see us as photographers for the most part because we're not going to be up in your face either. We are actually on the perimeter. We're taking photographs with long lenses. We're catching the emotions, and I don't want you to know that we're there because if you see a camera lens in your face, you're going to do the same stupid
Yes.
cheese smile that you always do that you hate to begin with. So, yeah, exactly. The thumbs up. The thumbs up is for Kelsey if you're watching out there. You know who you are.
Guys, do not forget to send your questions too.
Speaking of Kelsey would like to know what is your guys' favorite moment or part of a wedding?
Which
That's a
Kelsey?
good question.
Kelsey Renfro.
Oh, Kelsey, I was just talking about you. You know who you are. My favorite. Well, you go ahead.
My favorite part of the wedding, I would honestly probably have to say when the bridal party is announced. Everybody gets crazy. It makes for good video footage. They're running around. They're doing some really fun stuff. And we can run around with the camera and capture these things. So that right there is, it's almost when the party starts. It's a whole time shift in the entire wedding where it goes from all that formalities to the party. And I absolutely love that part, to be honest with you.
Kelly, I'm gonna transfer this over to you while I think a minute.
I'm definitely gonna. He cries the entire wedding.
Yeah, this is gonna take a while.
Every part is.
How did I get nailed as a crybaby the entire time?
You are.
You
a
admitted
crybaby.
it. We just agreed with you.
We, you know, aside from what Paul said, you know, our favorite part is probably the introduction as well. That we really, I train my DJs really to emphasize on the introductions because we really believe that sets the mood for the night. So if we have a real dull introduction, you know, it really sets the mood. And it's gonna be boring. You know, it's really tough to build a crowd back up, build your guests back up, and make them excited again. So we really elaborate on the introductions. We want to make it fun. You know, I always suggest, you know, fun, upbeat songs for that. You know, and we really want to emphasize on that. Aside from that, you know, first dance, I love that part, especially when we work with Mike here because he cries. Like a little baby. I'm sorry, but that's
again with the crying. Here we go.
He's always crying. So that's my favorite part. I love taking pictures and posting them on Facebook. You know, and you know, after first dances, you know, we love the dancing part. We love to see people smiling. You know, and that's really why I'm in this business and why I think we're all in this business. We like to see people smile and make people happy.
I agree, though. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I mean, when we see people happy, you know, it reflects our mood, and you know, it just makes us happy, and that's honestly is why why I got into this business in the first place. So,
building off what Kelly says, that's one tip that I think that you could give. As a bride and groom, to give to your wedding party, if you really let them know, hey guys, let's come out with a bang, do some fun dances, do this, do that, that is really going to set the tone for the rest of your night.
Most definitely.
You're going to get the entire crowd engaged. Everybody is going to feel that vibe. They're going to feed off it, and it's literally just going to turn your wedding into, you know, a real fun time. A real fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to
is it any surprise that I'm big on the emotional parts of the day? It shouldn't be at this point. Yeah, I am an emotional person, and I think it reflects in my work. If you guys go to my website, go to photographyportraits.com, you're not going to find a lot of posed photographs. You're going to find a lot of things that are literally those moments. The tagline for my website or for the business is where moments become memories. I literally purposely put myself in those positions. I will literally coerce those situations sometimes, but I think any part of the day that's very emotional, where it's very private, where it's literally just during the bridal preparation, while the bride's getting ready, and it's her mother, and myself. The things that I've heard, the things that I've experienced, the things that I've photographed. I'm going to cry right now.
Don't do it. Hold it back.
The things that I've experienced just being in that room with you is just priceless to me. This is not a job. I would do this free if I had to, but unfortunately, we have a studio to run, and thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, so whether it be the bridal preparation, whether it be the first dance, I love it. I absolutely love it when Dad finally breaks down. He's held it back all day long, and during the father-daughter dance, he just finally has to let loose. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Those are moments that are just priceless to me. I have children, there are a lot of parents out there that can sympathize or empathize with that particular emotion. And then, the first look is another one, especially if it's private, if it's just you and your husband to be, before the wedding. Anything emotional is what I pride myself on, putting myself in those situations with you. And with that in mind, I would just want to briefly sidetrack a little bit here to engagement sessions. I don't want to say that I insist on engagement sessions, but I highly not push them, but I want to kind of talk you into that if I can, because it gets you guys comfortable. It kind of gets you guys comfortable in front of the camera and with my personality, and you get to see the work that's done during the engagement shoot. You're happy with it. You're actually looking forward to being photographed on your wedding day. I don't want to be the wedding photographer when I show up at your wedding. I want you guys to say, "Hey, Mike's here," and everybody knows who we're talking about. Because if you're that comfortable, if you think about it, you're going to spend more time with Carol and I than anybody else on your wedding day. That includes your immediate family, your mother, your father, the bridal party. You're going to spend more time with us the entire day. So we want you to be as comfortable as possible so that you're not even worried about shedding that tear, especially if you're a guy. If you're the groom, I don't want you to hold back. I want you to be comfortable enough with me to show that emotion. So those are huge times of the day for me as far as favorites go. Thank you, Kelsey, for the question. I know you've seen that. So, do we have anything else, Randy?
We have another question.
Sure.
Your viewers would like to know what's the funniest moment you've ever experienced when filming weddings?
The funniest moment filming weddings.
Let's go to Kelly first. I want to dig deep.
Filming, while working weddings. I'm sorry.
Working weddings. Funniest moment for you?
Funniest moment. Oh, I don't know. Weddings are all so different. We have so many moments that are a good time. I remember. I don't know why this happened, but they decided to do a pants-off dance-off.
What?
You photographed this wedding, and it was right after you left, and I wish you didn't leave yet. It was right after
I left just in time, otherwise I'd be crying.
Yeah, well, you would have had your pants off too. But I know. But they did a pants-off dance-off, and all the groomsmen and the brothers and I think some of the uncles maybe, unfortunately, got out there, and they were dancing around in a circle with their pants all the way down to the ankles. I don't know what happened. I was crying myself. I was laughing so hard.
That is funny.
I don't know. It was great. We see a lot of funny things. You can imagine. My DJs will text me pictures in the group text and send me things throughout the night that are just it's hilarious. Some of the things they send me. It's always great. Which also brings me to another point. The communication between my DJs and myself are very important. We have a group chat every weekend, so we have, if somebody's asking, hey, what's a good country song? Because not all my DJs are country guys, or not all of them are, the EDM DJ. I don't know why a lot of people are going with EDM music later on in the nights and stuff. And so we're kind of a pool of DJs, and we kind of recommend songs to each other and stuff like that. So it's kind of a nice little circle we have there. But the pictures that we get from those it's always a good time. Probably some of them aren't always appropriate, but it's always a good time. Weddings are always fun, and that's what we really like to show, and we like to make sure everybody's always having a good time at weddings. So we do see a lot of fun things for sure.
I think
I'm going to defer to you for a moment.
Okay, take your time. I think, actually I know. The funniest moment that I've ever seen at a wedding, I can tell you about it, but I can't tell you it, if that makes sense. I'll emphasize. So I was at doing the wedding of Jessica and Tony Bladel. They are a fantastic couple. I've known
Indeed.
for many, many years. But they did a rap session towards the end of their wedding, and it was so funny. And it wasn't the rap that was funny; it was the actual things that they were saying. And some of the things that they were maybe a little inebriated at this point, like maybe 1 or 2 cocktails in. And some of the things they were saying had their parents surprised. So it was the things they said, but more importantly, their parents' expressions when they said these things that really just, I lost it. It was funny. It was hard. You can see the camera shaking a little bit because I was laughing so hard.
Keep going. Give me a second here.
Well, to give him a second, I definitely want to take another second to thank our sponsor. None of this is possible. I mean, all this upgraded broadcast that we did from Wednesday is all because of Logo Pro. I cannot thank him enough. These nice little jackets that we got and that we're going to give away, that is all from him. So once again, I thank you very much, Logo Pro. This is all possible because of you.
Yes, none of this is possible without Mind Print, honestly. The production we have here today, you guys can't really see behind the scenes, but if you go to our Facebook pages, you'll be able to see some pictures here. If you add Mike on Facebook as well, you'll see some of the behind the scenes. And we're always doing little podcasts and stuff like that throughout the day on Periscope and on Facebook and just really staying involved that way. So sometimes, they're a little shorter videos, but sometimes they're funny and they're kind of stupid sometimes, but they're fun, and that's what we really are. We're not, like you said, we're not the
stuffed shirt.
Yeah, stuffed shirt. Yeah. We're fun. All of us are good times. So
it's because you're not a stuffed shirt.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You guys gotta explain.
Well, my shirt is stuffed, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I don't know what that means.
So guys, Carol's holding up this sign behind us that says "Send questions." Not only do you send questions, please send some more questions, but we also want you to continue to make yourself eligible for the giveaways that we're going to do here shortly. I know we're kind of winding down here a little bit, but we want to make sure. Yeah, we want to make sure that you're entered into the drawing.
Okay, so another question
from Eric.
Oh, so I don't have to answer my funniest moment?
Oh yeah, you guys are still doing that.
Yeah, go ahead and do your moment, and then we'll get to that question. We'll get to your question.
The funny thing is that this is not something that happened to the couple or any of the attendees there. It actually happened to me. And ironically enough, Paul was at this particular wedding, although he never saw it.
Okay.
For one reason or another. But I'm dressed all in black. I look like a SWAT member. I got 2 cameras hanging low. I'm trying to stay incognito.
Oh, gosh, this was fantastic. I remember this.
So I'm at the front of the church. I'm off to the side of the altar there, and I'm photographing the bride during this beautiful moment, the bride and groom during this beautiful moment. I have the lens up to the camera up to my eye. I start backing up a little bit, back. Next thing you know, I trip into a bench that's behind me. I fall backward onto this bench during the quietest moment of the ceremony. And Haley, the bride, looks at me and she says, "Mike, just go ahead and have a seat." Without skipping a beat, Haley, I love you for that. The entire church was in an uproar, laughing.
Oh, it's so funny.
I had no choice but to laugh myself, otherwise I was going to crawl in a corner and probably need a tissue.
Oh, yeah.
For me, that was my funniest moment so far. I mean, there, like Kelly said, there are thousands of funny moments that over the past 10 years we could talk about, but
it's hard to think.
Sometimes you got to laugh at yourself, and no matter how hard you try to be professional, it happens. Things happen sometimes. You just got to laugh it off, and the couple's going to laugh with you, and we just all have a great time. So
absolutely.
So I'm sorry. The next question, ready?
All right, the next question. Eric Richardson, she'd like to know how far are you guys willing to travel to provide your services?
We travel all over the place. I know Mike this summer went to California. I've been to Florida. I've been to New York. We go to Chicago. We've been to Des Moines, Iowa City, Cedar Rapids. We go all over the place. We like to stay here in the Quad Cities. It's a lot easier to travel, obviously, with gear. But I love seeing new venues. Mike and I did a wedding not too long ago for Chris and Jessica in Galena. Great venue, beautiful place.
And to get there was quite the adventure.
Yeah, it was a little adventure to get there. It was about 8 feet of snow, Jessica, if you're watching. We made it. Left a little early, but I mean,
what normally would have been an hour and a half drive from here to Galena, it took us 3 hours.
Yeah.
During the snowstorm, there was like a half-mile visibility, maybe.
Yep.
But we left early. We got there. We got the job done. So I haven't missed a wedding in 10 years. I don't think Kelly has either. I'm sure Paul hasn't either. We're dedicated.
I missed mine.
You missed your wedding?
You missed your own wedding? He was drunk.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there. I just didn't show.
Yeah.
One more question here.
Yeah.
Hunter Clemmy would like to know if you guys, since you guys do your own several practices and do so many per year, are you guys planning on hiring more help to help with the lack of availability problems?
In case you didn't hear the question, we'll just repeat it back here. Since we do so many weddings, are we actively looking for more personnel and more help? Yes, for me.
We're always looking for help. I know Mind Print Productions now. There was one particular day last year that we did 3 events in one day. It was the Festival of Praise, and then we also had 2 weddings. We had 3 separate crews that were all working together, and to be honest with you, it's all...
Festival of Trees, is that what you meant?
No, Festival of Praise.
Oh, Praise, I'm sorry.
We were on stage with Mercy Me and a few other good Christian bands.
Okay.
We can do up to 3 events in a day. So yes, we are still continuing to build because in the last month alone we've turned away 3 weddings, and that is honestly the worst feeling in the entire world. Because when people come to us and they ask for our services, they obviously have done their homework and they have chosen us for a reason. And to turn people away that really want to use us, it's a bad feeling. And then also getting back to the question right before that about travel. We travel everywhere. I mean, we literally have a 200-mile radius that we advertise to. So that's that's a good point to start. But then Randy, the guy behind the computer, and I, we were just in Phoenix not too long ago doing some stuff, and we have a few weddings in Indianapolis coming up. So we travel. It doesn't matter where, we'll go.
You guys have a client that would like to know if she wins one of your packages. She's already got you booked, but would her package that she wins be honored for what she has booked?
I don't see that being a problem at all.
Mine would be honored. So if you are going with like a silver package, for instance, that does come with 6 uplights, we can either add on additional uplighting, or we can discount your wedding to subside. But we have plenty of uplights, and we would love to elaborate on the uplighting. As far as any wedding goes, we really emphasize on the uplighting because as beautiful as most venues are around here, we definitely love just using our uplighting and making it that much prettier. But yeah, to get back to the question that Hunter asked about staffing, we're always looking for new staffing. We have enough staffing now, but we're always looking for new staffing. Good guys are really hard to come by, and the best time to hire is when you're not looking. So we're always looking to hire, whether it's just set up crew or tear down crew, or DJ yourself. We are actually hosting a event on February 20th. You check our Facebook page, you will see the details there for that. You can email me an RSVP for that, but we are actually hosting a training session on February 20th for DJs and training, or for setup crew as well. So my phone number is here on the screen, so you can check that out. Also, if you guys have any more questions, you guys can text those to us. Make sure you guys are commenting still.
I think we're getting ready to pick the packages here in a second. So I would emphasize, if you have questions, you only got a few more minutes to get them in. If you guys need us to stay for some more time, by all means, let us know. I mean, I don't have nothing to do with it.
I think we want to give you just one more chance here, guys. We want to give you one more chance. I'm going to count out another maybe 60 seconds or so for you guys to get your entries in. If, in fact, you haven't already, type in your name in the comment or the chat box off to the right-hand side. I believe it's on. And next to your name, type in DWS giveaway. We want to get you entered here in the last minute, if at all possible.
And if you need time to do that, ask a question. We'll answer that, and then we'll pick.
Yeah, so we want to get going with that. You guys ready to start drawing names?
I am.
Yeah? All right. So
we'll give it
what do we want to do
a few more seconds for some last.
Yeah, again,
actually, why don't you guys ask them what they want us to give away first?
Yeah.
Twisted Mike's package, Mind Print Productions package, or Mr. Photography package.
Or the bridal session, yes. So, guys, pipe in. Let us know which one you'd like to go first.
And we'll do that next. Yeah.
After all, this is all about you.
And then we'll give away our jackets last here.
Jackets will be last, yeah. We've got 2 of those to give away from, again, Logo Pro.
Yep.
You guys, another best thing about Logo Pro, and another good thing about Logo Pro is, like a lot of our vendors here, being able to come in here and conglomerate all of our vendors together. from this particular office. Logo Pro is right across the parking lot.
Yep.
They're like 20 steps outside the east door here.
We're a one-stop
So
shop.
you can literally come in here and book the 3 of us. You can book your flowers. You can book, you know, your cakes, things like that, and then walk across the parking lot and go meet with Brian over there at Logo Pro. So
Excellent.
it's could not have been any better.
You want Mike to pull off first.
Okay.
Oh,
I gotta hold it up, and you gotta close your
All
eyes.
right, am I gonna draw? Why don't I hold it and you guys draw just to make sure that I'm not cheating, because I like to do that.
He likes
Are
to
you
cheat.
cheat?
I folded them up pretty good.
All right.
So we'll have Paul draw the first one here.
I won't
Again,
even
this is
look.
for the 1-hour bridal session valued at $350. You guys will come in here, and basically what I'm doing is waiving the sitting fee for the bridal session. So without further ado, let's read the name.
All right.
Hopefully somebody wrote this that can write legibly. Carol, you didn't write this, did you?
Oh, do we
Okay,
have somebody
great.
trying to get in last minute?
Yeah, Kelsey said that if you draw her name for anything bridal that she can't use since she's...
Kelsey Renfro?
Yeah, she said...
No,
How about-
she's screwed. She's not getting it.
She said just go ahead
put it
and
like-
draw
If
her
Kelsey
name.
wins, we'll put the dress on Mike, and I'll take the photos.
Yeah.
How about that? That'd be interesting, right?
Did Kelsey enter? I hope
We're
not.
gonna do that again.
I think she did.
Oh, great.
But she said if you draw her name for anything bridal, to go ahead and just, you know...
She gets a
bypass her name.
jacket.
Bypass
Put
her.
it back
Is
in,
that just
put
a
it back
regular
in for the
session?
next drawing.
All right.
Or you
all
do
right.
family portraiture too, if you'd
We
like.
could do
you
that.
know.
We could do
There's
that,
nothing
but-
wrong with that.
She's a pain. I tease because I love you, Kelsey. All right, so very first name for the bridal session, the 1-hour bridal session valued at $350 is Nikki Reed.
There you go. Awesome.
Nikki Reed. Nikki, and type in real quick here. I don't think that you actually purchased that. Is that correct? So that would be in addition to your wedding package, obviously.
All right.
So Nikki, I want to know, Randy, let me know as soon as you find that out. I'm asking her if in fact she's already purchased that, but I don't think that she did. So that'll work out perfectly for her. So who's next?
I thought the audience decided.
Okay, audience
Who do they want
decides.
next?
All right, they haven't told me who they want next, but we have another name who wants to add in before you guys.
Ooh,
Oh,
good
let's do
timing.
it.
Oh,
Let's
Good
do it.
timing. Add that name in,
All right, let's add
Um,
this name.
and then guys, who do you want? Who do you want to do your package next? Do you want Twisted Mics or Mind Print, or we could do the jackets? It's up to you.
Make sure you guys are stopping in also to, while we're waiting here, make sure you guys are stopping in the JC's Bridal Expo. January 30th, we'll be there all day. We're going to be in the Mississippi Hall. So just a reminder, people don't always realize there is two venue halls there. And we are going to be in the Mississippi Hall. So make sure you guys stop in, see us. We have a whole setup. We actually have 2 booths because we need that much room. We have 2 booths. We'll be doing some live videos and stuff there as well. Not quite as extended as this, but we'll be doing some periscopes and stuff like that there. So make sure you guys follow us on Periscope. If you guys go to the Photography Portraits page, Facebook page there, you'll see links there. Make sure you guys are liking all of our pages. Twisted Mike's Music Entertainment, Photography Portraits, Mind Print Productions. Check them out. Whether you guys book us or not, we just like to have the likes, and refer us to people. Maybe you already got married, or somebody who's going to be getting married. Just referrals. That's we base all of our services on word of mouth. So, like Mike said before, we don't do a lot of advertising, and there's a reason for that. We're already swamped just with bookings, and that's mainly all word of mouth. So that kind of speaks volume to me, I think.
Yeah. So guys, before we do this real quick, we just want to make sure that you guys appreciate what we've done here today. If you guys could, just to let us know we're on the right path here. We want to continue to do this, maybe even bi-weekly.
Yeah, I would love it.
Especially before the expo here, or at least twice a month. Once things get rolling here, we may spin off and do some extra specialized things. But if you guys could, how many viewers do we have on, Randy?
Right now we have 21.
21.
Wow.
Beautiful. We
It's
love
up
that.
and down.
Yep.
Beautiful.
What's
So
the
if you
most
guys
we had on
could,
at one point?
I think 21 has been the most we've been.
excellent.
Everybody's ready for the
17.
giveaway.
Yeah.
Did
Tune
I-
in just in time.
Viewers.
This
Did
is
I see that you guys got some extra names over there, last minute names?
Yes, these 3 people, they would like to know if after you guys give away your bridal packages, if they can enter to win the jackets.
the jackets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So these
I
names-
think
these names are
So they don't necessarily want the bridal stuff, just
yeah,
chance at the jackets.
Whether they're not
Okay.
getting married or they're already married.
Okay.
okay. Or
they don't.
divorced.
Do they want to be in the drawing for the bridal packages?
No, they had said they just said they wanted to enter for the jacket.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
good. We'll put
So
that in
as I was saying earlier, guys, if in fact this has been helpful to you, just please do us a favor. However many, if we've helped you at all, if we've enlightened you about anything, please just type in yes. just in the comments, so we know we're getting some feedback from you. We know that we are hitting some good points for you, and that, you know, you're going to welcome us back in. You know, not only for the expo, but for, you know, some time afterward as well. So.
And then also, this is our second broadcast, and we plan on doing it a lot more.
Yes.
So if there's any critiques or anything that we could do differently, or questions that you guys have that we can do next time, this is something that we're going to want to continue to do. And obviously, this is new to all three of us.
Yep.
You know, doing these
And new
little
to the
live
Quad
broadcasts.
Cities, I don't think
Exactly.
there's anybody else doing
Yeah, I
this
don't think
at
there is
all.
either.
Nobody.
So good. This is all a learning experience for us. So as soon as you guys have anything that we could change or do, we're all open to it. We'll
send the
implement
suggestions.
it. Yeah, please do.
Yep.
And your viewers have asked for Kelly to draw next.
Ooh.
Kelly's prize package next.
Ooh.
Alright,
I'm the
alright.
grand
Pull it
prize.
out.
I'm like Bozo's
Yeah,
grand prize game.
I'll have Mike
Just to make
draw.
sure we're all official lottery-like and Facebook
I
official.
can't look at it.
I like to cheat as
Oh,
well.
I can't look. All right. I'm going to do one more shuffle here. All right, here
Is
you
it
go.
me? Is it
All
me?
right, this is her. Nicole Larson. All right, awesome. We just booked your wedding.
That's
so-
two
Wow.
Nickies, two
Yeah,
Nicoles.
two Nicoles.
I think this is rigged. Who did that?
Yeah, right.
So who should we do next?
Awesome. Congratulations, Nicole.
Oh, Paul's the only one left.
Oh. Last, but certainly not least.
All right.
Or save the best for last.
Save the.
Paul is the best.
We'll save the best hairdo for last. How about that?
Does it look good?
Does it look
It's
good?
on fleek.
It's on. What does that mean?
Guys, how does Paul's hair look? Why don't you guys
Yeah, let's rate
comment
that
on-
from 1 to 5, shall we?
1 to 5 on how Paul's hair looks.
1 is
today.
poor, 5 is on fleek.
And
That's a
6 is.
And remember, this is really, you know, dependent on who wins.
yeah. All right, so if you hold that up, why don't we have Kelly pick this one since he's further away?
Oh, yeah. Are you ready?
All right. I'm not that tall. All right.
Okay. Do I gotta read it?
Yep.
All right. The videography package is going to Miss Stacy Brockett. Congratulations.
Nice.
We look forward
Are
to
you
meeting
doing
you.
her wedding?
Stacey Brockett.
Yeah,
No, I am.
and
You are?
yeah, can we
Okay.
add those last minute? Go on, Carol. Are you scared to come in front
Yes,
of the camera?
I am.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't like
Oh,
to
you got
Carol,
Carol's
get in here.
arm.
Come in here, Carol.
Say
We
hi
want to
to
introduce you to
everybody.
Carol. Carol is my
This is Carol.
my
Hi,
assistant,
guys.
our
Randy,
studio
why don't you
manager
come over
here.
here, too?
I'm
Randy,
behind
please
the
come and make an
camera.
appearance for us.
She's running the camera for us today.
Yep, Carol is our
This
camera
is Randy.
person.
Randy's
Randy
in charge of all
Yeah,
the
Hello,
mixing,
everybody.
the analytics, the questions. He's basically the one just making
How about a big
all
hand
this
for them?
possible.
Yes.
Thank you guys very, 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 very
It's not
much.
just us. It never is. It
No,
never is.
Never,
Give us a
ever is.
thumbs up in the
Miss
comments
Stacey
if
Brockett.
you
We got 2 comments on Paul's hair. They both give you a 5.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Nice.
told you it was
Good.
on
Oh, we
fleek.
got another
Good.
one. There's nope. Yeah, there's just 2. Never
So,
mind.
guys, again, since you're Randy confirmed for me, but can they subscribe to our channel right from where they are?
I believe so. Yeah, they
yeah, they should be able to.
yeah.
So,
As
subscribe
you're
to
watching
the
video. You should just be able to click subscribe, and it should.
Perfect.
Excellent.
subscribe to the DWS channel, the Diamond Wedding Services channel, because every time we upload something to that, or every time we go live, you guys should receive an alert to let you know that we are in fact doing that or have uploaded something, so you guys can refer back to that.
And then also put our business names in the comments. I'm sure you probably already have, though, haven't you?
We'll draw links on
No?
the comment boxes too for all of our
Yep.
Facebook pages and our websites.
Yep, don't forget
So-
Facebook. Don't forget Periscope. Periscope is a live broadcast application that you can put on your phone. Facebook Live, Twitter. Twitter is going to be huge for us. We're going to be working on that. And again, watch Friday for the actual DWS website to come official for you.
Oh, that's exciting.
And again, these are you guys. This is to help you guys out. If you guys have any questions on any of our services, or just professional advice on your wedding in general, just let us know. This is what we're here.
Bring Kleenex if I'm shooting your
You
wedding.
know. Definitely bring Kleenex.
Or a sheet. It's
That
getting
is
pretty
not-
bad lately.
that is not a joke.
It's getting worse as he goes
Yeah.
along.
Oh, thank you, Carol.
thanks.
Thank you.
There
Always
you
on
I'm
go.
going to put that right there.
Miss
This is
Carol.
this is literally in our studio for a reason.
Yeah.
We
This
have
is
a- we
part
have,
of the photography equipment.
We have a
bag.
travel pack in the camera bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean we?
Carol and I.
I
Oh,
don't use it.
you.
She
Yeah,
doesn't use it.
Carol's not the crier.
Carol's tough.
Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna give away our first jacket here. I guess I'll pull the name.
Are we on jackets already?
Yeah.
These are the finest
Yeah.
jackets I've ever worn.
Yeah, they are nice. They're really.
They're actually
Logo
good.
Pro.
Yeah,
Thank you.
guys.
They have
thank
so
you
many
very much.
selections too. We spent a good amount of time yesterday picking
All right,
out.
can you stand up so we
Picking
can get a better look at them?
And they're
Go
slimming
ahead, guys.
too.
I can't stand up on 50 this year.
They're slimming. Oh,
Yes.
Slimming?
Yeah,
I need to
I
buy
think-
another
I
one.
think I look slim. If I suck it in,
me see.
suck it back.
If I take it down,
They look way better on you guys.
Oh,
than they
mine?
do
Take
me.
mine down a size?
I think.
I'm still growing.
Are you sucking
I
it
wanna
in?
take it
Are you
down
sucking it in, Mike?
Me? No, it's black. It's slimming.
No, he's sucking it in.
All right, so our
That's fun.
first jacket winner is Brianna Washburn. She actually just came in
nice.
today and booked her wedding with me. She
Wow.
actually left
Awesome.
an hour before this broadcast started.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Congratulations,
That's
Brianna.
awesome.
She actually got to see
Brianna
it
and
behind the
Mitch.
scenes.
Yes.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome, awesome.
She actually, she got to see in here. So
Yeah.
Cool. So we have
Yes.
one more jacket giveaway, and
So
then I
put-
believe we're done. Is
put
that
one
right?
jacket on there.
Absolutely.
2 jackets to give away. All right. So
I'll pick this one.
you pick.
I don't want you crying. So.
Shut up.
We'll call it. We're done with it. We rubbed it in a lot, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right.
We're just gonna beat that in.
You're gonna make me cry.
The second jacket goes to Nicole D. I want to say the last name, but I don't want to mess it up. Actually, I'm going to try it.
Nicole
Drulo?
Drulo. Nicole Drulo, another client of ours or mine.
Nice.
Anyway. Are you shooting
Good.
that?
Nope.
Are you
Is
doing
that-
that? Okay.
Did I say that right?
Drulo. Yep.
Like Jason Derulo?
Nicole, thank you for popping in. I know you mentioned you left a message earlier that you were going to be here, and it was worth it. There's your name, Nicole
There you go.
Drulo. So you've got a jacket coming,
Some
and who else has a
jackets.
Brianna Washburn has
Yep.
a jacket
Yep.
coming?
Carol's gonna write their name on there. So
Awesome.
All right. This
So
is
guys,
almost,
in closing, we want to thank all of you, each and every one of you, for coming in tonight and for putting up with our mischief and our joking around here. But you're going to get what you see.
Mm-hmm.
These are our true personalities. We're not stuffed shirts. We're not pretending to be anybody else. We're going to have fun with you on your wedding. We're going to do it professionally, and it's going to be done to the nth degree. That's why we are here. That's why all of us have chosen one another, basically.
yes.
Absolutely.
It's
right.
just not one of us choosing the others for any particular reason other than that. The people behind the scenes here, again, I want to thank Carol. I want to thank Randy. You guys are doing an amazing job
thanks, guys.
pulling this
Yes,
off
yes.
for us. The graphics that you see here on the bottom of the screen, the cutaways, the animations that you see, Paul and Randy are in charge of that. These guys are amazing, and there's a reason that they are here as well. So again, many thanks to each and every one of you. Make sure to follow us on all of the social networks. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Make sure to leave comments for us, suggestions for the next one. I think we're actually thinking about doing another one Friday. Is that right?
I want to. I don't
Okay.
think there's nothing against it. I mean, unless
So
we
Friday
get a
we'll
snowstorm.
we'll probably come back, and even snow. It
Yeah,
doesn't
even
matter.
snow.
We'll be
Obviously,
here.
we talked about that earlier. We'll
So
make it through.
we want to come back and just kind of go through everything again, and maybe go through some more details as far as what we're going to be offering for the actual bridal expo. And again, we've talked about the $100 off if you book one or more of us. We are honoring that right now. So if you're watching and you're on the fence, maybe that'll help push you over one way or the other. It's not going to wait. It's not going to be an advantage for you to wait because we're honoring all of that stuff now. So.
Yes.
Again, thank you so much, you guys. Have a great evening. We appreciate you being here. Any parting words, Kelly?
I don't think so. Just make sure you guys are following along with all of our social networks. Facebook is a big one for me. I know I'm gonna post a lot of stuff on there, and I'll usually draw links from our Facebook page over to other networks as well. So if you guys have anything,
Okay.
you guys want to see, just check out our Facebook page and just stay in tune. We're always offering specials and got a lot of things going on. So especially right now before the Bridal Expo, there's going to be a lot of things going on, details on how you can win a free wedding service of ours. So just stay in tune.
Yeah,
I don't mean to throw a curveball to it. Do we want to maybe give another little surprise away at the
Uh-oh.
next Friday? I mean,
Uh-oh.
there's nothing wrong with it. I'm sure there's some people in there that didn't win today. That
Is it going to cost me money?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, he says.
Who knows? We'll
Everything's
discuss more of that. If you follow our pages, you'll know if we're gonna throw some other stuff out on Friday.
Yeah.
But it's plausible. It really is.
Twitter's going to be big for us. There may be times Kelly and I, we've all talked about this today. If you're following us on Twitter, we may be parking our cars and decide to give something away. We'll just blast something out, a quick tweet, and maybe the
Mike's
first,
giving away his car? Oh, hey, guys. I would definitely stay in tune.
That's a
on
good.
I'm just
you don't
kidding.
want my truck.
That's a good truck.
But yeah, you never know when one of us is just going to get that little itch to give something away, and it maybe the first one into the office, don't get in an accident, don't text and drive, but maybe it's just something silly like that, just some kind of free giveaway.
Awesome.
So before we go, Paul, do you have any parting words for us?
Yes, our sponsor. I really can't. I mean, it means a lot. It really does. For somebody
Yes,
to
most
come in
definitely.
last minute and believe in us and believe what we're
First
doing.
minute, actually. He
Yeah,
was the
first minute, last minute.
This is before it even started, so
Yeah,
yes, that's awesome.
absolutely right. But to we just told them, that's the kind of guy Logo Pro is. We told them what we're doing.
Yeah,
and we asked,
Brian's the bomb.
and we asked if he'd like to help, and without even us have to sell him on it, as awful as it sounds, he believes in us, and he's taking care of this and helping make all this possible. So thank you, Brian. Thank you, Logo Pro. Other than that, just follow us. That's my parting words.
Very good. Guys, again, thank you one more time. Have a great evening. We are going to sign off for now. Make sure you follow us so you know when the next one is. I'm sure that you'll see the links go out. But again, thank you, and have a fantastic evening from all of us.
We won't be able to do Friday. We're going to be out of town.
Okay, so we're not going to do Friday.
No, we're going to be out of town. Yeah, we have a broadcast on Saturday. So
Can you skip it?
Oh, no way.
No? Okay.
No.
So stay tuned, I guess,
yeah,
is what we can tell you
tuned.
best.
Yes.
Sunday, no.
No, can't do Sunday either. We won't get back in town till
I got to go
Sunday.
to church.
We'll keep you
Yeah.
updated. How about
Yeah.
that?
Leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated. All right, thanks, guys. Thank
Stay
you very,
tuned.
very
Have
much.
a great evening. Thanks
Thank
for tuning
you.
in, guys. We appreciate you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
Thank you. Good night.